Chazaki Show. I'm the Trev. Sweet. Anyway, we're gonna do something different. And maybe a little bit of fun. I don't know. I guess it's all in the eye of the beholder. NHL's Facebook page has been doing this thing for the week, pretty much. They're probably doing it for the month. I don't know. But they're doing this thing where they'll flash a team logo. And the question is, who's the first player that comes to mind? Well, let's answer that, at least from my own end of the spectrum. You can add yours in the comments if you want, but let's go over who the first person I think of is when I see every team logo, and I will include Seattle. Yes, it's early, but I can still include them. So, if you want to come along for the ride, let's do this. Now, quick disclaimer, I'm not going to spend any time explaining why I'm thinking said player, just because that basically ruins the element of the reaction, because I'm looking at this as purely reactionary. But all I'm going to do is go through every team, pick one player from every team that's the first one that comes to mind, and we'll move on. So, like I said, if you want to join in on this, join on this. I guarantee you there'll be a couple teams where yours and my answers differentiate. Not on purpose, just because first player comes to mind. So start. Can't think Ducks without thinking Timu. Probably the only lifer that ever came out of Arizona, Shane Doan. Ray Bork. Can't think Bruins without thinking Bork. It's a shame he never won a cup with them. Another no-brainer. Can't think Sabres without thinking the Dominator. Joel Otto. I guarantee you this is the first one, probably, where our answers were not the same. Ronnie Franchise. Again, can't think Hurricanes without thinking Francis. Steve Larmer. Again, you probably thought I was going to say someone else. Forsberg. Can you imagine Colorado's fortune if he was not involved in the Lindros trade? Some food for thought. Rick Nash. Again, can't think Dallas without thinking Modano. And yeah, the Mooterus is totally there on purpose, because I like the Mooterus. Yeah, I picked Fedorov. I could have picked Yzerman, but I got a thing for Russian players. Yeah, Gretzky. Lots of good names now, but to me, Oilers are Gretzky. Pavel Bure. Sad to think that Florida hasn't really had a superstar of his caliber since. Sure, they will someday. Yeah, again, as much as he was the Oilers, he was just as much the Kings, too. Marian Gaborik. Patrick Waugh. Shame his run in Montreal ended the way it did. Shea Weber. I've never seen another player put a puck through the net. Marty. Again, can't think Jersey without thinking Brodeur. LaFontaine. Great goal scorer. Mike Richter. Would that Cup of '94 even been possible without him? Alfredson. Ron Hextall. If you need a goalie who can score and can drop them, with the best of them. That's your guy. How could it not be Mario? Really? Brett Hall. If only he had more games when he had that 86 goal season. Could have been better. Brian Hayward. Yeah, there's lots of other players to choose from, but with a mask like that, how does that not leave an impression? Chris Dreger. Like I said, it's early for Seattle, but as the first player, well, first goalie signed in team history. Yep. Nikolai Habibulin. I've always wondered why the K in his name is silent. I know it sounds funny if you don't leave it silent, but why is the K silent? Gilmore. Trevor Linden. Went number 2 after Medano. Fleury. I honestly thought he was going to retire tonight. Yeah, kind of a no-doubter. If it wasn't Dovey, who else would it be? Hellebuck. So that's another one of Trev's hockey shows. Like I said, a little something different, a little change of pace before I get back into everything else that I've been doing. But I want to thank you for tuning in. Don't think I don't appreciate the gesture, especially if you're right here. That helps us both out. So since you've come this far, since you're here, since I'm here, give me a thumbs up. If you want to, hit that little red button that says subscribe. You know you want to. Subscribe makes you feel good. And we're still 24 from 100. So let's make that happen. All my socials, in the description down below. Moving forward, I got a couple I want to do for the hockey show. I'm actually thinking of doing some for the main channel. A couple of somethings for the main channel. But either way, in the meantime, and in between time, be looking for beers from the Trev. Later.